I'd like to introduce you to an interesting topic in linguistics known as critical discourse analysis. I'll begin by defining discourse and discourse analysis. I'll then explain criticality in discourse analysis and illustrate this with an example. Discourse refers to language in use, or language in operation, or language in context. It is the meanings we put into how we use language in specific contexts. Discourse can be found all around us because in every domain of life, whether at school, at home, at church, at the pub, or at the playground, language is used to accomplish various tasks. There are various types of discourses. They can be grouped based on the medium used to communicate the discourse and based on the domain in which the discourse is found. In terms of medium, we can have a spoken discourse like a podcast, a written discourse like a cover letter, a computer-mediated discourse like online blogs, and a multimodal discourse like a poster. In terms of domain, we can have political discourse like speeches, media discourse like news reports, legal discourse like witness statements, and religious discourse like sermons. Now that we know what discourse refers to, let's explain discourse analysis. Discourse analysis is a systematic method for understanding any verbal or non-verbal language produced in a social context. It involves studying language by paying attention to the context within which the language has been used. Discourse analysts are interested in the functional dimension or the social uses of discourse. Hence, they analyze the ends to which people put their discourse and also look at the frame of a text or how a topic is presented. To put it simply, discourse analysis helps us make sense of our world and to understand the workings of the institutions and structures that operate within society. One way of doing discourse analysis is to adopt a critical approach, which leads me to the notion of criticality in discourse analysis. In general terms, criticality is about being skeptical of the discourse or information we receive and the social perspective of the person who created the discourse. It is an approach that recognizes the power and ideology embedded in social structures, especially in media and politics, and sets out to critique repressive social practices and institutions. Hence, when we adopt a critical approach, we read between the lines to expose how social power, abuse, dominance, and inequality are expressed, reproduced, and resisted via language use in social contexts. To illustrate what it means to perform a critical discourse analysis, let's examine the Daily Mail's framing of Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton when they both turned 40. Pause the video and pay attention to the words and photos that have been used to present the two women. See if you can identify any differences in how the two women have been described or portrayed. When we critically analyze the two discourses, we can observe that even though the two texts appear to be similar, there are significant differences in framing. Markle's framing is negative or undesirable, whereas Middleton's framing is positive or desirable. Some of the expressions that have been used to describe Markle include jobbing actress, millions in the bank, ditched, daring hemlines, and style upgrade. All these words have negative implications. For instance, jobbing actress implies that Markle wasn't suitable for a permanent job. Millions in the Bank portrays her as a gold digger. And Style Upgrade suggests that she had a poor sense of fashion. Conversely, the expressions used to describe Middleton have positive implications. Examples include stylish, confident, best, mother, hero, queen in waiting, and experts say the best is yet to come. Also, the photos of Middleton have a more positive appeal than those of Markle. In sum, a critical discourse analysis reveals that the language and photos used to depict Markle and Middleton convey various and different meanings and ideologies that border on discrimination. We can use this information to raise critical awareness about media bias and demand more responsible news reporting. In this video, I've briefly introduced critical discourse analysis as a topic in linguistics. I hope you find the video useful and it stimulates your interest in studying linguistics at university.